What's up, wrestling fans? Coming up on this episode of the Atomic Drop Podcast, we will be talking Monday Night Raw, of course, Friday Night SmackDown, Money in the Bank, and much, much more, everything in between with myself, Dave, and Adam. We'll be right back in 42 seconds. It's Fight Night! Welcome to the Atomic Drop Podcast. I'm your host, the Bat Fry, Kenny Fry, and of course, with me as always, we got our boy, Adam the Answer Glenn, and down on the very end there, nobody puts baby in the corner, our boy. Take it away, Dave.
The showstoppers in the house, baby. Cowboy Dave's in the house. And all I hear is Drew McIntyre stealing bracelets. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, and so that was something really interesting. We've seen Drew McIntyre take it off CM Punk after he absolutely destroyed him, decimated him last Friday night in Chicago. And I didn't know what it was. I'm like, was it like some sort of like one of those like a rubber bracelets or whatever they are that people wear all the time for certain causes? I'm like, what the hell did he take off his wrist? Then he reveals that it's a bracelet with his wife, AJ Lee, and according to Drew McIntyre, CM Punk's stupid dog on it. So he has the bracelet of AJ Lee. That's who he's fighting for now. AJ Lee and CM Punk's stupid ass dog. I can't think of the dog's name. It is actually a weird ass thing, like a normal human name for a dog. Dogs should have names like Scruffy and Bones and stuff, not names like Eddie. I don't know what was the name of that dog. You guys remember?
Adam, I'm not sure.
I don't remember, but I thought the funniest part about that was like when he said a dog's name, the crowd started chanting a dog's name.
that was classic. I do remember that. But yeah, so the dog's name is Larry. That's what it is. It's Larry.
Larry. That's what it is. Larry. Yes.
Larry. Goofy ass Larry. Yeah, you know what? That ain't that bad. I can see a dog named Larry. But,
hey, Three Stooges was named Larry, so what's the difference?
Linda Duarte checking in. What's up, Linda? Thank you for checking the show out.
What's up, girl?
Yeah, so great promo by McIntyre. You know,
that coward.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, who is he to quit for a day, right?
I'll tell you, quit for a day, come back. Figures.
So yeah, he took care of business Friday night with Punk. Who knows? When Punk might show up again? Maybe Money in the Bank. Who knows? Or
Monday.
Drew McIntyre's qualifying match. Yeah, Monday night.
I'm calling Drew McIntyre. Like CM Punk would cost Drew McIntyre Monday.
And that's what that's one of the things I was thinking as well when I just finished watching SmackDown probably a half hour ago, and they were showing a preview for Monday night, and I said, I wonder if Punk shows up to that, or does he wait? Does McIntyre win that? And does he wait until McIntyre's at the top of that ladder, getting ready to grab that briefcase, and then all of a sudden you see a Punk, comes out from underneath the ring or whatever, climbs up the other side of the ladder and flips from the bird and then punches him down. I don't know. But either one I could see happening. Absolutely. Who else is in that match with McIntyre? Do you remember?
Sheamus and what's it, Santos?
Okay. All right.
Escobar. Yes.
I'm predicting Santos will win that match.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I have a hard time seeing Sheamus winning it, but because the whole thing with him, Braun Breaker, and Ludwig Kaiser. I don't know how badly hurt Ludwig Kaiser is. I didn't see anything online. I know he was hurt at the end of his match with Braun Breaker and Sheamus interfering and all that good stuff. And I know Braun Breaker's pissed that everybody's interfering into his match. So who knows what's going on there with Kaiser? But Sheamus has some other stuff on his plate besides Money in the Bank. And so yeah, that very well could be the case. So thoughts on that, Dave?
My question is, do you guys like what they're doing with Braun Breaker with this, spearing everybody thing? Is it kind of like a Goldberg thing to you guys?
Adam?
Yeah, I like what they're doing with him, but I think they need to put a belt on him. But that spear is awesome. I can see what you say about the New Day Goldberg. But he needs a belt.
It just reminds me like of a Goldberg, what he's doing when he's spearing guys, put him in, going through tables and all kinds. Well, actually, tables and all the announced tables and everything.
Yeah.
Right, barriers, tables. Right, I couldn't think of the word. Thank you. Yeah, that kind of stuff. But to me, this all builds up to Sammy and Braun Breaker. That's all it is. I mean, and that's just where it's gonna go right there. But in that match alone, I'm going to go with Ludwig Kaiser because I think Kaiser wins it, to be honest with you.
Between Kaiser and Breaker, or Braun Breaker? Or
Kaiser
and Sheamus?
Kaiser and Sheamus. Well, it depends. I mean, to me, it's just Kaiser's going to get the win either way. It doesn't matter. I mean, but to me, no, go ahead.
I could see Sheamus putting over Kaiser. Absolutely. If Kaiser's healthy, if he's not seriously hurt, like again, I don't know. I know he was hurt. You could tell he was hurt. There was something wrong with him, and so if he's all right, where he's not going to miss any time, I could see Sheamus putting Kaiser over to help Kaiser along. That's where Sheamus is at in his career. Basically, he's still a main event type player, mid card to main event, and so that's a big enough name where if you beat that guy, that helps you out a lot. That puts you over and gives you a little bit more legitimacy. And it puts him on the track, to a decent singles run. If Kaiser puts Sheamus over, Sheamus wins that match. It doesn't really do a whole lot for Sheamus, right?
No, it doesn't.
It helps Kaiser look stronger. But then you still have the Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, Sammy, I think Braun Breaker would win that match.
He should.
If it's a straight up legitimate, like no outside interference, which seems to happen all the time to Braun Breaker, straight up. I think Braun Breaker would win that match. I think he'd be your new IC champion. Then it'd be Braun Breaker, a little bit Kaiser, in my opinion, because they got a whole thing going on there. So, but go ahead, Dave.
I can see where you're going with this with Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn, but I think you might get a rematch. Like I think Sami Zayn might win the first one, Braun Breaker might win the second one if they do it go that route.
Yeah. Well, then you'd have like the rematch, the one to break the 1-1 tie, 1 win, 1 loss, and then you'd have the rematch and
right.
But yeah, that could be the route they go. I don't know.
But to me, and I'm going to go down this route. Everybody likes Sami Zayn. Everybody's happy with Sami Zayn being Intercontinental Champion right now. And he comes out, crowd loves him. IC belt, all kinds of things. I don't think putting it on Braun Breaker is just the right time. Maybe SummerSlam, but not at King of the Ring. Or not King, I'm sorry, Money in the Bank.
It's pretty quick. Do you think it's too quick? He hasn't been on the main roster too long. That's what I feel too. I feel it's a little bit. He needs more wins that are really higher profile before he goes and wins. I'm fine with him contending for the IC title,
right? But
having him win the IC title, I think it might be a little soon. Like you mentioned about the whole Goldberg comparison. We've talked about it for a couple times on the show.
Right.
Like Adam said, I dig the spear. I think he has a great spear. He has a great skill set in the ring, but it's all centered around the spear. And I think they hype the spear up too much. I think there's some other stuff that he does in the ring really, really good. Some other power moves to really display his power and quickness that they could hype up more than just the spear. But he does so many different things that he's not just a spear. Goldberg, I've always felt like he was just a spear. He was a spear and a jackknife power, or the jackhammer.
Right, and match was over. Right,
that was.
I agree.
That's what Goldberg. And then the other thing, Goldberg not losing a match until whatever number it was, 100 and something. With Braun Breaker, I don't think he's been pinned yet, but he's lost matches because people keep interfering in his match and attacking somebody else. And when they attack the opponent, he's the one that gets the loss because you're attacking the opponent. So,
well, Braun Breaker's biggest test so far has been Sheamus, without a shadow of doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, because he's been going through guys like left and right, like Goldberg did when he came in. So Sheamus gave him the run for his money. So I can see Sami Zayn doing the same thing, which Sheamus did, but I just see Sami Zayn retaining. I don't see him losing that title. Maybe in SummerSlam, not at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I don't know. So again, they're gonna do it in a way. Like I don't think Sammy. So here's the thing. I said I could see Braun Breaker winning if it's a straight up match, no interference, right? I don't think it
Right.
goes that route though. I do think that in order to keep Braun Breaker looking really strong, that there's going to be some sort of shenanigans in it. So something's going to happen where Braun Breaker may still win the match but not win the title, or he loses the match, but it's some sort of interference. And somebody attacking Sammy. Sammy has so many people coming after him for the IC title that it could be so many different things. So I think I could see one of those scenarios happening because you don't want Braun Breaker coming out, getting legitimately beat 1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring without any sort of shenanigans. And if he gets beat like that by Sammy, that really knocks Braun Breaker down a little bit. And like with how hot he is with his, with the way they're pushing him, showing that he's like indestructible. He's basically unbeatable because he hasn't been pinned yet. Even though he has lost a couple of those matches because of DQ, him being beat by Sammy 1, 2, 3 middle of the ring with no shenanigans kind of takes away from that. So if he's gonna lose or if he's gonna win without putting a title on, there has to be some sort of tomfoolery going on to really cause that. So that's a route that I see it going.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Adam, real quick, did you see the promo when Sami Zayn was backstage when he came to Braun Breaker and showed anytime, anywhere? Did you see that promo?
Yeah, Braun Breaker said Money in the Bank.
Right. Okay. No, I like the promo itself. Sami standing behind him. I'll defend my title anywhere, anytime. I like that. I like that in a champion. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
That's what a champion should say.
Yeah, that's what a babyface champion should say. A heel champion should say, get in the back of the line, loser.
Right.
As a babyface, what Sammy is, you take on everybody.
But a real champion would say get to the back of the line.
Right.
What's that?
A real champion would say get to the back of the line.
A smart champion should say get back in the line. But Paul Spencer checking. What's up, Paul? Mr. Fuji 2.0. He said, did you see Nakamura was cornering Ray Tsuyara? Whatever it is. Dave, how do you say that name? Ray?
I want to say Tiara. That's right.
That ain't Tiara.
No, I said Toyara. No, Toyara.
Ray Toyota tonight at UFC 303. Shinsuke was an MMA fighter before, and he was 3-1 with 3 subs in his career. That's actually impressive. And it's not surprising either. With being in Japan, a lot of those wrestlers in Japan that come from Japan were MMA fighters first. Then they get into professional wrestling. So it's not totally surprising to see that Nakamura was an MMA fighter before he was a professional wrestler, or actually both at the same time, maybe. I'm not really 100% sure.
We haven't seen Nakamura in a while, have we?
Not really, at least not on TV. That's not meaning that he's not wrestling in dark matches. I did see as the wrestlers were leaving, I don't know what arena they were at, this past week, that Nakamura was driving away. So he was there. So, maybe he wrestled a dark match. I'm not really sure. I don't remember seeing him on TV at all.
I was going to say, we haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him anyway. I don't know about you guys.
No. Adam, have you seen Nakamura in a while?
No, I haven't seen him since he lost that one match that he was so mad about. That he put that one guy over. And I forget that guy. Who did he put over? Was that Braun Baker? Or?
No, it was Ilya Dragunov.
Oh, Dragunov.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since
Dave
then.
was pissed off about it.
Okay.
Remember that, Dave?
Now that you say that, I do. Like I said, I haven't seen. I've been looking for Nakamura because I look at Nakamura. I'm a Nakamura fan. I am.
Yeah, so am I. I dig Nakamura, but again, you're right. We haven't really seen him on TV at all recently, and then that could be something. If he's not wrestling in dark matches, maybe they're building towards something. Keep him off TV for a little while, then spring something on. Like some sort of surprise. You know what I mean?
I kind of miss the come on. I'm a fan of that. I like when he does that.
I dig his entrance. I like the
love it.
The fiddle violin or whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know what it is, but I dig it. So hey guys, Chad Gable, he's not dead. How about that? Good for Chad Gable.
Thank God.
And we're surprised he won.
His daughter's salty tears probably raised him from the from the afterlife here and brought him back to life. Was able to resuscitate him, his daughter's salty tears, and kept him in amongst the living here. And again, like Adam said, and he won. I didn't see that coming. I thought maybe something was going to happen where he would just kind of like lose consciousness or lose balance, like something with the head injury. You know what I mean? I thought they'd play that off somehow, that he was seriously hurt. Because they're talking about, is he cleared? Is he not cleared? Yes, he's cleared. Are you sure he's cleared? All that good stuff. But he comes in, he gets to the arena, he has all sorts of security with him, and he's paranoid and all that good stuff. But then he gets out there and he wrestles Braun Strowman, right? And Bronson Reed. Yeah, I think it was Braun Strowman. Was it Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed?
Yeah, Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed.
Yes.
Stupid Judgment Day attacking Braun Strowman.
Yes.
I don't know why they're attacking Braun Strowman. That's not smart.
Well, they've had issues with him now going on for at least 3 or 4 weeks now, where he's chasing them all over the arena. But you have to figure poor Braun Strowman's like, Jesus, I got to do this again. Run all the way down the ramp, run around the ring, run through the crowd. It's like, holy cow. Especially after they worked his legs pretty good when they attacked him there at that triple threat, during that triple threat match.
Well, I kind of liked it when Chad was in the ring, and then here comes Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she brings that little box, whatever that was. What was that?
It was a VHS tape.
That's what it was, the tape.
Yeah,
that's right.
Paul Spencer says his fighter came out to Shinsuke's music tonight. Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that.
Nice.
Like I said, I dig Shinsuke's entrance there on WWE, and the fighter he was cornering came out to his music. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's classic.
So Chad Gable comes out and he wins that match.
Right.
Which shocks everybody. And again, Braun Strowman taken out by Judgment Day, so you get that one-on-one component between Chad Gable and Bronson Reed. And surprising enough, he came out on top of Bronson Reed. So good for Chad Gable. He was super pumped. He's celebrating in the middle of the ring, and all of a sudden, lights start going out, and you get that iconic, sound. I don't know how to explain it. And then all of a sudden, you start hitting the piano, and then you have all the smoke coming into the ring, all that whatever it is, fog.
Yeah.
And then you see like Cowboy Dave said here, the showstopper said, Nikki Cross comes crawling in the ring, and she did a phenomenal job crawling in that ring. She was doing almost like you'd see in that movie The Ring, where the girl does like that stop motion and then like a kind of a quick crawl. So that was so badass the way she did it. And she almost, I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but when she was crawling after Chad Gable beat feet and got his ass out of there, she started crawling over towards the announce table, towards Michael Cole, who was by himself because Pat McAfee was not there.
Right.
And we'll talk about that in 1 second.
I thought Miz was it Miz with him?
Miz was already gone by that time.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay.
Oh, that's fine, Dave. You don't got to be sorry. So when she was crawling out of the ring towards Michael Cole, she was still in the ring, but she's working towards the end. Each movement she would make was going in sync with that piano tune. You go ding, and then she'd move and ding, and she'd move and ding, and then finally she get to the end of the ring. She just rolled out of the ring, and then she walked over a box, like a little Amazon box or whatever it was. Right. And they came back from commercial. Michael Cole said it's a VHS tape. It says "Play Me," and it was addressed to Pat McAfee. But of course, Pat McAfee was not there, and so that led to a whole bunch of speculation as to why Pat McAfee wasn't there. And the speculation was due to on the Pat McAfee show, I believe on Friday, or was it Monday or Friday? I don't remember what day the show was.
Pat McAfee, I think it was
Tuesday. I think
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yes.
Oh, I don't know how that happened on Tuesday, and it was Monday Night Raw. That had to happen before Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
But anyway,
usually the Pat McAfee show is Tuesday. I'm pretty sure. I think
that's not a daily show.
Yeah, it's a daily show.
Okay, there you go.
So that had to happen either that Monday or the Friday before, because it was before Monday Night Raw. And because Monday Night Raw is in Indianapolis, and that's the big thing. McAfee really pumped it up last Monday. It's his hometown, all that good stuff. That's where he played football. But anyway, so McAfee wasn't there. On the Pat McAfee show, all the lights went out, and they're like, what's going on here? Then you had the Wyatt, like a video come up. It said liar, right? I believe it said liar. And so the speculation was that he was attacked by the Wyatt family. That's why he was not on the show. But in reality, he was not on the show due to his father-in-law passing away unexpectedly. So that's a real big bummer there for him. and his
Right.
family and his wife especially. But anyway, so it was addressed to Pat McAfee. He wasn't there, like Dave said. The Miz was out there before that, and I'll tell you what, the Miz was awful.
Oh.
On commentary. Guys, what do you guys think about Miz on commentary? Usually he's really good, but
I thought he was awesome.
I
Yeah,
thought he was
I think it was
terrible.
good.
I did not think like we've seen Miz talk before. We've seen Miz commentary before. I tell you, this one was back of the line. This one was not. I did not think it was
No,
good.
I kind of disagree. Miz is always good. I have no problem with Miz. I really don't.
Yeah, I liked the Miz, and I thought he did good on
I like Miz, and I love CM Punk on the mic too. So on the commentary, so either one of them two, I'm fine with. I'm good.
You know what? I've read comments both ways. You know, I've seen some people say he wasn't bad. I've seen people where they thought the same way that I was seeing that like it was terrible.
Right.
Because we expect more out of the Miz because he's a really good talker, and he was on there. I think it was short notice because it all just happened before the show.
Yes.
Because I guess Pat McAfee was called during his show about it, and I guess he didn't get the message till after the show, and he had to rush over to the hospital and stuff like that. And his father-in-law passed away, so that's right before Monday Night Raw. So it's all last minute, last second type stuff. There's no preparation for Miz to do anything.
Right.
But anyway, he went in cold. So the Miz is already gone. They come back from commercial break. They take the VHS tape away. Well, eventually they end up playing it sometime throughout the night, and it's Uncle Howdy. All right, you guys seen this video, right?
I did. Yes.
Bo Dallas and Rowan. Right.
So it was Uncle Howdy and Bo was interviewing Bo Dallas, and as we all know, Uncle Howdy's portrayed by Bo Dallas, who is Taylor Rotunda, Bray Wyatt's actual brother.
Pretty much interviewing himself, but it was good.
It was really, really cool, just showing like the kind of split personality that they're playing with right now.
Right.
But the interview that Uncle Howdy was giving to Bo Dallas was so hard hitting, like so emotional. Like I'll tell you, guys, I'm an emotional fella. I tear up easy. I'm not ashamed of that. Whatever. I wear my emotions on my sleeve or sleeveless, whatever you want to call it. But it is what it is. But listen to Bo Dallas talk about the passing of his brother, and how his brother meant everything to him. They were going to do this together, and they made it together, and they weren't done and stuff like that. His legacy, he doesn't want people to forget him. His brother's not going to be remembered in a mausoleum. He said this is his work, and I tell you what, it's really, really like hardcore in my opinion. I thought it was superb. I thought it was greatly done by WWE.
Yes.
And Taylor Rotunda and that whole thing that they got going on with Uncle Howdy, Bray's vision. What were you guys thought on that video, Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas?
Go ahead, Adam.
I thought it was a good video. Like to show who they were and basically why they're there.
Dave?
I liked it. I really thought it was creative. The creativity, like you were saying, between Bo Dallas and Howdy and talking to him, But Bray Wyatt was very, very. He was a creative guy himself, so that kind of runs in the family if you think about it. Like,
oh my God, yeah.
So Bo Dallas doing what he did, something Bray Wyatt would have done, I think, but maybe in a better way. I mean, maybe more creative than what Bo did. You know what I'm saying?
I thought there was no way that could have been any better. To be honest with you,
okay.
Like there was times that Bo Dallas talked that I thought, like if you just close your eyes, you could almost hear Bray Wyatt's voice.
Right.
Like, and I think that's because they are brothers, real life brothers.
Sure.
We're real life brothers, and so that's in you. Like you could sound like your brother. Like I don't know if you guys have brother. I know Adam has a brother. I know Adam.
I do, but yeah.
Okay, and so like you guys sometimes you guys get mistaken for each other, or you sound alike, or something. There's like a mannerism that's
right.
the same mannerism as your brother or your sibling or whatever. And so I feel like there's a couple sentences that Bo Dallas said. You close your eyes, you listen, and you don't know you don't know anything. You don't know that Bray Wyatt passed away,
right?
And all that good stuff, bad stuff, I should say, all that bad stuff. You don't know any of that, and you just hear that voice. You'd swear it was Bray Wyatt. I thought it was really good. It was good stuff. I thought
like I said, 100% creative, on both sides. But I think, like I said, if Bray was still here with us, it would have been a little bit more creative than what Bo did.
Yeah.
but that's just Bray because Bray's that type of person. But no, it was good. I enjoyed it. I really did. I love the mask on Uncle Howdy though. I think it's kind of cool the way they did that.
It's very interesting. Whenever I see the Uncle Howdy mask, my first thought always goes to the Phantom of the Opera Undertaker.
Yes.
Like that's always my first thought because like he had that gray like kind of like half mask or whatever.
Right.
It's not quite the same because the Uncle Howdy mask has that mustache and a little bit more character to it. Where the Undertaker's was, I don't want to say it was plain because it did have some character to it, but it didn't look as good on Undertaker as it does the Uncle Howdy. But then again, the Undertaker, he was in light, when he'd be wrestling and stuff with it on, he would, there would be all the lights, the house lights would be on. Uncle Howdy, usually we see him in the darkness, so it's easier to pass off. So I'm going to be interested, to see how it looks,
right.
Once you see it more in light. We've seen it, I think, in the light, back when Uncle Howdy was first introduced. But to see more of it, because it is a really neat looking mask.
Adam, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you miss the Funhouse?
I wasn't really a fan of it.
No, I love it. I miss it. I really do. I miss the song. I miss the Funhouse. I miss him going in there. Bye. I just miss that. I really do. It was good stuff. It really, and the song got to you. The song just like it got to you. Really glad you're our friends. This is
really never a fan of
this is something that never ends. I miss it. I do.
Paul says, Chelsea asked, "What is a VHS tape?" When we were watching it,
show her cowboy video. There you go.
But do you guys think that the Y6 will attack the McAfee show
again? Because they already did it once. I don't know. I don't know if they'll do it again or not.
Did they come out and actually attack him?
Well, I don't know if they attacked it, but they did take it over. Did you see it, Adam? Because it was Pat McAfee talking. Triple H was there. They were just talking, and it went dark, and on screen, and you had the flickering like it was a VHS tape, and then a blue screen. It said in big white letters "liar," and a lot of like static, and then you can see like a quick flash of the Wyatt 6 symbol, and Pat McAfee saying I can't think of what the guy's name that they call me. So and so's always doing this, and he goes, "It's not me, Pat. It's not me." And they're going like that, and then that was it. It was just silence. So how they play that storyline off, I guess we'll have to wait and see when Pat returns, like what he says about it. So I don't know. I don't think they'll make I don't think you'll physically see the Wyatt family on the Wyatt 6 on the Pat McAfee show. Maybe you will. I don't know.
You might.
I wouldn't expect it.
But they're set up so with McAfee because they addressed tape to McAfee, so I'm thinking something's going on.
Well, and they called him a liar. So what or is it if it's not him, to either his viewers or the wrestling fan base or Triple H was being interviewed. So is Triple H the liar? You know what I mean? Because it said liar in plain letters.
It could be. I mean, it could be addressed to him, like you just said.
Is it McAfee? Is it Triple H? I don't know.
If I had to guess, I would say McAfee. That's just me.
Paul says, I don't think they go on Pat's show again. They won't because it was in Indianapolis and the event was there. So, like I said, physically, maybe not, but like with the flickering of the tape and like the hidden messages and all that stuff, maybe they do. They could do that at any time. It doesn't really matter. But the physical part of it, maybe not. And it doesn't have to be. It could be one of any of the Wyatt 6. Showing up there, perhaps. Pat McAfee shows going on. Stuff starts happening with the lights or flickering or whatever, and all of a sudden you see, Loomis, Dexter Loomis, in the background standing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which one is he? He's the Vulture, right? Is he the Vulture?
I think so. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's the Vulture.
I can't believe he's a part. I can't believe he's a part of this thing. That's what blows my mind.
I agree. I don't like Dexter. I never liked him.
I was never Dexter fan either.
All right, so guys, here we go with that. Okay, you can't believe that Dexter Loomis and Joe Gacy. I have no idea who even Joe Gacy is. I ain't gonna lie to you. since I've been an adult, which depends on what you call an adult anyway.
What,
But
10 minutes now?
I've been in and out of wrestling. I've been in and out of wrestling. I'll watch it hardcore for a little while, then I'll be out of it. I'd watch it hardcore for a while, I'll be out of it. And I just kind of started watching this, hardcore again before I decided to start doing a show. I'm like, I pitched the idea to Paul about the Atomic Drop podcast, and he said, "Great, Dave is looking to do a wrestling show as well." And I said, "Awesome." And so I just before that I started getting back into wrestling, so I didn't see the whole Firefly Funhouse thing. I knew about it.
Yeah,
the whole Dexter Loomis. I knew who he was, but I never watched him wrestle.
But he wasn't a part of the Firefly House. But
but I'm just saying, like that guy, that wrestler. So I wonder, do you guys think that they are going to go into each character and explain why they're there, or they explain why they're there? Like Nikki Cross, Dexter Loomis, Joe Gacy, and Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan, we kind of have a really good idea.
Well, I can see Eric Rowan, yeah, because
he was part of the Wyatt family.
That's what
right? Makes you wonder about Braun Strowman. Does he get drugged into it? And also, what's her name?
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss.
Right.
Do they eventually get drugged into it?
I don't think Braun does. Alexa maybe, possibly. Yeah. I know she still has. She just had a kid. I know she's had baby. I guess 4 or 5 months ago. Okay. Maybe less than a year, maybe something like that. I can see Alexa more than I can see Braun. But then again, to me, this is freaky. It's scary to me the way they're doing this, because I don't know. Like, are they going to wrestle, or is he's going to keep doing what they're doing?
It's a great question. I think that they're going to wrestle, but I don't expect them to wrestle for anything in particular or any rhyme, or they're not going to wrestle because they want to get into the tag team championship, tag team champion picture. They're not going to wrestle to be in the world champion picture. I mean, which I could be totally wrong about. I think they're wrestled like they're going to have their sights set on somebody for a certain reason. And that's when there's going to be some sort of match or some sort of event, whatever you want to call it, and then go from there. So I do think they eventually have to wrestle, right, guys?
Well, you would think, right? By God, we haven't seen Bo Dallas wrestle since Bo Leave. It's been that long.
Yeah, Bo Leave.
Right, exactly. So I mean, this Uncle Howdy thing, where does this go? Like, what? When does it end? What? I don't get it. I just don't understand. Like, what? I get the point of it is to keep Bray Wyatt's spirit alive. I understand that, and I get the point that to keep the Funhouse thing alive. But I don't get what's the whole thing here? What are we doing? Like, I don't understand.
You like the end game of it. What's the we don't know what the point of it is. We don't know what their goal is. We don't know what the end game is for the Wyatt Six.
Exactly.
It's a valid question. Absolutely valid question. 100%. How long is this gonna go for? Is this something that's gonna have a long-term sustained run?
I mean, is it to intimidate the whole WWE? Is it to intimidate Triple H? Is it where does it go? Talk to me. I don't know.
Yeah. And you know what? The whole thing is that this is based off of Bray Wyatt's vision, right? There's only a few people that know what Bray Wyatt's vision is.
I mean, his legacy, I get it, but
no, not even legacy, vision. Vision and legacy are two different things. Like keeping the Wyatt name into it, Wyatt Six, and keeping those characters from the Funhouse, a little bit darker. I think that's part of his legacy, but then also part of his vision as well. Was vision when you talk about vision, you're looking more towards the future. His thoughts and everything he had planned out for this long term, because he was like, you guys remember, he was they're planning on his comeback coming up soon. So as soon as he would have figured out that his heart issue, get it all taken care of, they were already talking about comeback. If you watch that documentary, they were starting to plan stuff and figure stuff out before his health went sideways on him. And so he had stuff planned out, and there's only a few people that know that. Triple H, I believe, is one. Taylor, his brother Bo Dallas, is another, and the guy I think that did the costumes, because if you watch the documentary, Bray would go to him with all sorts of ideas, and so in order to do these costumes, you kind of have to know what he's going for, so you can almost kind of know what his vision is. So I mean, that's where it's not only for his legacy, but I think it's more so to complete what Bray Wyatt's vision was. But then where does it go from there? Does
right. But my thing is, but when Bray was wrestling, he had Luke, he had Redbeard himself. I mean, at least he had a family, and they tag team wrestled. They intimidated other people. They invited Randy Orton. Even Randy Orton was a part of it at one point.
Well,
if you guys remember,
Bryan and John Cena and
right. But I don't get who's their opponents? Who are they going after? What? I don't get it.
Well, that's what we're gonna have to wait and see as it. They're playing this. This is gonna be a long play. Like it's gonna be like week after week. It's gonna be one of those questions. Are they gonna show on this episode? Are they gonna get physical? Who are they gonna attack next? We already know they got Chad Gable, right?
Right.
They attacked him for whatever reason. Still not 100% sure. Is it because he turned on his Alpha Academy family? Is that what they're looking for? Is he going to go after people? Are they going to go after people that turn their backs on their family? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Is it to attack the whole Monday Night Raw roster? Because if you think about it, when they did that, you saw Gable was down, a couple other wrestlers were down. It's like,
how do you know they were wrestlers? Do you know for a fact that there was any other wrestlers?
Well, Gable was a wrestler. We know that.
And that's the only wrestler that we know of because they went up on his face. Everybody else, you didn't see any clear cut angle where you could legitimately say this is so and so. So as far as I'm concerned, those are just backstage crew guys or like the security guards, random security guards that come out with wrestlers and all that good stuff that were with Chad Gable. Who knows? Those security guards that were with Chad Gable that were out there at the Raw announce table, they could have been the people that were attacked the week before. You know what
right?
I mean,
It's possible. Yeah.
I see. There's only one wrestler that you've seen legitimately know for 100% sure that was actually attacked by the Wyatts, and that's the only one that they actually talked about too was Chad Gable. They didn't come out and say because I know online through the World Wide Web here, the geniuses on there, one was Gunther, one was what the hell is his name? I can't think of his name. But anyway, they were saying Gunther, and they would have said on the show then because Gunther was on Monday Night Raw. They would have said, "Oh, Gunther, is looking okay after his attack by the Wyatt Six." No, that's not what happened, though. They didn't say that. Yeah. Gunther looked fine.
Didn't they say they attacked like Strowman too?
I think I
read that somewhere. That Strowman said he got attacked by the Wyatt Six after Raw 1 week.
I didn't see that. I didn't hear that.
I missed that too. Okay.
You think they would have brought that back up though again with them appearing,
right?
Chad Gable and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm not sold on that either.
I'm just curious to see where this goes. That's all I want to know.
Do you think Gable is a sixth member?
No.
Like after attacking him, then they show him, then he leads him.
Paul Spencer said it'd be awesome if they brought a dark side, Asuka and the Kabuki Warriors to Uncle Howdy's crew. The way they move. They do have that like that.
I can see that
and stuff like that. But I think pretty much just about every spot's filled. I think we all speculate there's probably one more opening. And I would think that we're probably all thinking Alexa Bliss.
That's what I'm thinking, but then again, they could throw a curveball at you too. So
yeah, and like we said about Braun Strowman, because he was original. He was an original Wyatt family member, but he was a Wyatt family member, and yeah.
I mean, for all we know, it could be a Judgment Day member. For all we know.
Yeah, you never know. Dirty Dom.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
We're just gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to they're gonna tease us week after week with it, and we're gonna get small snippets. I don't feel like we're just gonna. I don't feel like on one night on Monday Night Raw we're gonna tune in and they're gonna explain the whole thing. They're gonna say, okay, this is what's going on. This blah blah blah. Week after week we're gonna get small tips, small hints, and little weird things on Monday Night Raw, and that'll be it. Then we're left to speculate. Just like with Nikki Cross this week. With that video with Bo Dallas and Uncle
Play
Howdy.
Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's important that it's addressed to Pat McAfee. Why is it addressed to Pat McAfee? Why were they on, taking over Pat McAfee's show? What's liar mean? Is the liar Pat McAfee? Is it Triple H? Is it somebody else?
Right.
Who knows? And week after week, it's gonna get subtle hints, and then sooner or later, it's gonna open up and like
It'll definitely open up. The question is when and who is it against? Is my question.
Yeah. And like it's a legitimate question to ask. Are they actually going to wrestle matches?
That's what I want to know.
Are they looking for titles? Are they looking for main event status?
Are they doing dark matches that we don't know about?
No, you would hear about it because within the cell phone era, yeah, you'd absolutely see it. You'd see stuff. You'd hear.
That's
stuff
true.
Right
Good
away.
point. Good point. Good
Back
point.
in the day, back in the 80s, mid 90s, maybe even late 90s, you wouldn't because there's no cell phone.
Are they doing it when Raw's off the air? I don't know.
All right. So
Okay.
speaking of Chad Gable, so he goes back and he's begging Otis for forgiveness. Do you guys think Otis should forgive Chad Gable and take him back?
Go ahead, Adam.
I don't think so. He treated him like crap. Why should he take him back? No, Gable cut him off, and like treating him like crap. No, Otis should go on his own. Let Gable go on his own.
Well, I don't know about
Otis and
Otis.
Maxine need to do something.
Yeah, I don't know about Otis going on his own. Otis seems to be more of a family guy, and not like Peter Griffin family guy, but you know what I mean. Like he likes the group atmosphere. It seems like he's there. He's like big brother, protecting Maxine, protecting Tozawa and stuff like that. So I don't see going on his own, 100%. I could always see those three together. But Dave, do you think that they should Otis should forgive Chad?
Well, I kind of like where what's her name was help me out here, guys.
Maxine.
Thank you, Maxine. I couldn't think of her name. Yeah, I like what Maxine said. She was kind of like on the forgiving side, like talking to him. Otis, on the other hand, I'm gonna agree with Adam with this one. No, he should not. No, because he treated Otis like crap, and then Otis doesn't deserve to be treated like that. So to me, Chad deserves what he gets. But you know what? Sometimes, you can forgive people for that. I get it, but he kind of went over a little too far for that to me.
So the only reason my thoughts on it is the only reason Chad Gable was asking for forgiveness is because he's afraid, right?
Well, that too.
No, I'd say it's like 90% because he's afraid, and maybe 10% because he's kind of regretting what happened. Sometimes when you have a life-altering experience, which being attacked by the Wyatt family, being knocked unconscious, and having a hole in your head, kind of that happens sometimes. But I think 90% is because he's scared. And then another big happening there was who happens upon Chad, the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile.
Yes.
So I mean that's a big development there. It's now that's an official tease. If you ask me, that's an official tease. That's could be foreshadowing. It's just like like they're dangling a yodel in front of us here, and because everybody wants to see the Creed brothers and Chad Gable get together, and possibly Ivy Nile. It seems like she might be on board with that as well. I don't know.
I like her.
So it's going to be interesting to see what they do there. Where they go from there? Do they continue that path? Which I do think that they will. And guys, what are your thoughts on the potential? With this little teaser here of the Creed brothers and finally Chad Gable getting together.
I agree with that. Hey, why not? And let Otis go on his own, him and Maxine, then they could find someone to team up with, because Maxine could talk to anybody, and it's
Excuse me, guys.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Dave?
I'm okay with it. I like the Creed brothers. I have no problem with them. I like. To me, they should be tag team champions right now. The way they were going, they were on fire, and now all of a sudden they're doing this. Whatever, it's fine. I'm okay with it.
And that's what I think the reason that the Creed brothers haven't been doing so hot lately is because they want you as the viewer to see the Creed brothers down, and they want you the viewers in, like, they need something else. They need a coach, perhaps, to lift them up to the next level. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
Does Chad Gable get them to that next level? And I think, I think if they do get together, I would not be surprised within a few months if the Creed brothers are not your tag team champions.
And well, at least be the contenders, number one contender for it. At least, anyway,
at the very least. But I do think that the end game of that is that they will be the champions and have a decent run. Adam?
I do agree with that because, like, I don't want to do any spoilers, but like what happened in the main event, I can see Chad Gable leading the Creed brothers to the tag team champions, which they should be.
Speaking of tag team champions, guys, we have new tag team champions.
Yeah, and so Dave, I like the way you segued right into that. That's where we were going with that.
Yep.
But yeah, we had a bit of an upset. I don't know if you call it an upset or not, because the Judgment Day have been tag team champions before, but not this version of the Judgment Day. It was Damian Priest and Finn Balor, but now it's Finn Balor and JD McDonough defeating the Awesome Truth. And you know what? Truth, he loves love, for real. I mean, like, Liv Morgan was able to talk him into giving the Judgment Day a tag team championship match, and the Miz did not get back in time to stop Truth from asking Pierce for that match. So, what were your thoughts on that, guys? Do you think that's too soon for the Awesome Truth, to be losing their titles on a Monday Night Raw main event, or do you think that's perfect?
I thought that was stupid and a stupid way, like, to disrespect Awesome Truth to lose to like a makeshift tag team. Like, if they would lost the Creed brothers, that'd have been okay. But like McDummy and Finn Balor, dumb move by WWE. All that, like, R-Truth and Miz did for the company, and they go out that way. If they would lost the road tag team, I agree with that, but not the way they did. That's a part of the storyline.
All right, Adam, I'm going to disagree with you on this. I kind of like where this is going. I like the fact that McDonough, okay, and McDonough,
dummy.
Okay.
We can do this all
and
night.
Finn have won the tag team titles, and I'll tell you why. Judgment Day's on the rise of breaking up. Okay, and I think you know where I'm going with this, Ken.
I think I do.
Okay. Anyway,
we'll see.
Okay, your heavyweight champion, Damian Priest, is going to sit there and say, "You guys, I don't need you guys as much as you need me." Okay. Now that McDonough and Finn have won the tag team titles, they can sit there and say, "We don't need you because we're the tag team champions. We can go on and do our thing." So, to me, this is where Judgment Day is going to break up eventually. It's just only a matter of time. Maybe I'm a little off on it, but that's where I'm seeing it.
All right. And so, almost on the same wavelength here, Dave. Damian Priest has been super arrogant since he's been champion, right?
Right.
Super arrogant towards his club members, whatever the hell you want to call them. There's a little faction there. To the other guys in Judgment Day, super. And like, you're starting to see some different types of facial expressions from Finn Balor, and you're also seeing some shadiness from Finn Balor as well. I think Finn Balor's working with Liv Morgan to kind of break up the Judgment Day, to kind of, from the inside out. Why Finn Balor would want to break up the Judgment Day, I'm not 100% sure why, but that's just how I feel. I feel like he and Liv Morgan are kind of working together to break up the Judgment Day, and so far it's working. It's working to perfection. And I feel, for some reason, like Finn Balor is going to win Money in the Bank. He's going to cash in on Damian Priest, and that'll be pretty much it. They'll excommunicate Damian Priest from the Judgment Day and go from there. So with Awesome Truth losing the titles, I kind of get where Adam's coming from with that. But they were kind of a makeshift tag team. Like, they just got together, for the second run here.
They were an entertaining tag team. That's all they were.
But I mean, like,
they're a funny tag team.
They
weren't really like together all that long before they won the tag team championship. They just kind of got together again. You know what I mean? Like, it was just kind of But do you guys think that there's any issues between the Miz and Truth now?
No.
Because I
No.
mean, Truth has been doing a lot of stupid things, right?
Oh, Miz is used to that. So
Is he? If he was
I
used to
think-
it, you think he'd have Truth on a leash, right? I mean, expecting something stupid from him week after week, but Miz seems to be surprised each and every week, and now he's not a champion anymore. And we know
Right.
we do know that Miz is a much better heel. I think we know that. I know that is a much better heel than babyface. And what way to turn yourself back to heel and to attack the beloved R-Truth, right?
I mean, now that I'm thinking about it even more on the Judgment Day side of things, there is gold in the Judgment Day between Priest and the tag team champions. So there's gold back in the Judgment Day. The only person that doesn't have gold is Dirty Dom.
And
Right.
he has Liv all over him, so that ain't that bad either. That's not
Right.
not
Exactly.
bad.
Which isn't a bad thing. No, it's not.
But how long would Priest have a title for?
Yeah, but this is where Rhea comes into play.
2.5 months, I think he's had it for so far.
So
Anyway, go ahead.
if say Rhea comes back, okay, she knocks off Liv, okay. Now you have gold within the Judgment Day between the tag team champions, your champion, and Rhea comes back and then gold, and then Judgment Day is back to where it could be, and Damian loses to Seth, and he's just done with them. I don't know. I'm confused on it. I really am. Like, it could go either way.
Well, it sounded like you had somewhere to go with that, and you kind of lost your train of thought.
Yeah.
I don't think Rhea beats Liv. I've been saying this for a long time. I think Rhea does come back. She challenges Liv. She should go for her title, and I do think Dom ends up screwing Rhea over because either he falls in love with Liv or he sees that maybe Rhea wasn't treating him as well as Liv has been treating him, or you know what I mean? That showed him the attention.
I was about to say
Liv
it.
is
Or
agree with that.
Dom screws over Liv
No,
for
Dom
Rhea
screws
to
over
get the
Mommy.
title back.
I just think that's too obvious. What were you saying, Adam?
Dom screws over Mommy. I mean, Dom screws over Mommy.
You mean Daddy screws over Mommy?
Yeah,
That's what Liv is calling him. She's
yeah,
Daddy's
he
girl.
got screw over Rhea and go with Liv.
It cuts either way, though, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah, it could, absolutely could. But I just think it's too obvious if it's Dom screwing over Liv. He wouldn't even be really screwing her over because week after week he's telling her, you're going to be in trouble when Mommy gets back. Stop it. He's like, I'm not doing anything with her.
Or they could go this direction too, fellas. Think about this. Liv just helped Judgment Day with the title, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So Mommy comes back and they kick her out of the Judgment Day
Yeah.
with Liv.
Well, I tell you right now, Finn Balor is okay with Liv hanging around.
Liv replaces Mommy.
There's been a couple times now where he's kind of like,
Right. Liv replaces
right.
right.
She got us an Xbox. She got us video games. She's cool in my book. And he took the key card. Who knows what happened there? And her hotel card. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Liv took out Mommy in the first place.
Well, yeah.
So you could see it either way. I don't know.
All right. So either way, we're gonna have to wait to see where it goes with it.
I mean, Big Man, what do you think? Which way does this go?
The Liv and Rhea part of it, or what part?
Yeah, the Liv and Rhea part of it. Yes.
I already said I think Dom screws over Rhea for Liv. Liv, retains, and then she kind of, next now she's taken away Rhea's title. She's taken over Rhea's faction, the Judgment Day, and now she's taken over Rhea's boyfriend. And she said she's taking everything that Rhea loves. And right there, that'd be the completion of it. That really would
Okay.
be. And so that for me, that's it. Her revenge tour is completed, and and then now you have Rhea Ripley's. I don't know what you would call it, but it's going to be a bad day for that women's division if that's the way it goes down. It's going to be a bad day for Dominic Mysterio if it goes down like that. And if the way I believe it, Finn Balor is working with Liv Morgan to drive nails into the Judgment Day. That's how I think it's happening. I think it's going to be a bad day for Finn Balor as well because mommy's nobody to really mess with, and it's going to be a lot of fun when she gets back. It really is.
I'm kind of looking to see where this goes. I'm excited.
I don't see it ending well for Damian Priest. I don't think for some reason I feel like Finn Balor gets over him, which we've been talking about for so long now because we thought there was cracks before where we thought Finn Balor would screw over Damian Priest, and he said he never would, and he never did.
Right.
But now he kind of said it again to him. He kind of got up in his face, because Finn Balor was going for Money in the Bank, and Priest said, "Well, I need to know where your head is at with that." And Priest got up real close to him and said, "I already told you that I'd never screw you over."
Right.
So he was kind of pissed by that Priest would doubt him again. And especially the way Priest has been really uppity since he's been champion. So
I guess in the end of this, I'm kind of happy for McDonough because they finally put a belt on him.
Oh, screw McDonough.
I like McDonough. He's good. He's good.
An idiot. McDonough's an idiot. He is good. I ain't gonna lie. He's good.
He's a good wrestler. I'm not saying he's the smartest tool in the shed or that, but I think he's good. I do.
He takes some really good bumps. He sells extremely well.
Or the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah, he's good. He's good in the ring.
Yeah, he's very good.
I like him as a little sidekick kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, he won that 3-minute thing, didn't he?
I'm not sure if he won the speeder. I have no idea. I don't really follow it.
But I know he was in it. I never.
Well, I know it was Ricochet, and I don't know. I never.
That's right. Okay, you're right.
Never carried the belt around or nothing like that, so I don't know. I don't understand what goes on with that.
Gotcha.
But JD McDonough, yeah. So he's now a champion.
He's got a title.
He's got a title. All right, so moving off of Raw to SmackDown. For me, there are a couple really big things happened on SmackDown. One, we had LA Knight qualifying for Money in the Bank and getting over.
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
Awesome move.
And Logan Paul was part of that triple threat match, so that means he got over Logan Paul. He didn't pin Logan Paul. He pinned who was the third person in that match?
He pinned.
Oh crap! I can't think of his name right now.
Why am I having issues with that?
Adam Clayton. I didn't. The thing is, Dave, I just watched it an hour ago.
I was Santos. I can't think.
Escobar.
Santos. Yes, Escobar.
It was Escobar. You're right. Yes, it was Santos. Yes.
Was it?
And so he actually pinned I believe Santos, right?
Yes.
But Logan Paul still loses because it's a triple threat match and there's only one winner. I don't need the basketball players. I'm whatever. I get why they're there.
I didn't get it all. What was the point of bringing in?
Well, the point was because it was at the Garden.
I get it, but that was just.
They're probably both big wrestling fans. They're probably both friends, and they said WWE probably said, "Hey, we're going to be at the Garden. How about we do something like this? We have a super bad guy, Logan Paul, a super baby face here, LA Knight. We're in New York, so you'll go with the baby face, you'll go with the heel there, Mr. Indiana Pacer guy, and go from there." But yeah, I watched that, and I said something to Paul in our Atomic Drop group chat, or maybe it was a personal message. Actually, I think it might have been. It reminds me of Dennis Rodman versus Karl Malone, WCW. But no, this was much worse.
That's what kind of reminded me of too. I got to be honest.
This was much worse. At least Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman got in some physicality, and so this was just one guy in jean shorts and with brass knucks and threatening to hit somebody, but not actually hitting anybody. There's no physicality. Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone mixed it up. They actually hit each other. They're out there clotheslining. Karl Malone, especially body slamming and stuff.
Yeah,
there was physicality. There was. So I mean,
how you bring up Tyrese Halliburton for what reason? Why?
Well, I don't even watch basketball. I don't know who these guys are.
He's a point guard for the United Pacers,
and they're in New York. That's old school. Like what
Yeah,
New Age Outlaw
I get it,
used
but
to do.
see, that's a Logan Paul thing to me.
Again, I didn't need it, but whatever. It is what it is. The crowd got to pop out of it because they're Nick guys there, and I think what they lost to the Pacers in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, the Pacers beat him in 7 or 6.
Yeah,
So
in
so
the
so, that,
conference championship.
so Logan Paul, the bad guy, brings out the hated guy from the team that they lost to. So I get it.
Tyrese Halliburton, yes.
I get it, but I don't need it. It's like it's a throwaway for me. I just don't.
Totally agree.
But anyway, LA Knight winning the Money in the Bank is huge. Does this actually lead to LA Knight's starting to get his flowers, starting to get his recognition?
It's about time.
I think
I'll
LA
start.
Knight should win Money in the Bank. Can you see him?
You know what, Adam? I am so with you on this. It's his turn to win Money in the Bank.
Well, here's the problem with that. All right.
Uh-oh.
I think Logan Paul's going to screw him. Because they're setting up something between him and Logan Paul. And what way to keep that going? Because Logan Paul, as of right now, is not in that match unless
No, he's not.
he qualifies or is one more spot. And I think that's going to be on Raw, right?
Right.
We just talked about it earlier. So that's where that final spot's going to be from. So as of right now, there's no Logan Paul in that match unless he's able to weasel his way in some other way. So does he show up and screw over LA Knight so he doesn't win that briefcase? And that leads to your U.S. Championship match at SummerSlam.
That's what I want.
And
That'd be awful.
I think that's what would happen.
So you're saying that LA Knight does not win Money in the Bank?
No, as much as I'd want him to, I do want LA Knight to win Money in the Bank. I don't see it happening. I see Logan Paul screwing him over somehow. Somehow he's going to do it in a spectacular way. It's going to be something awesome because it is a it's a TLC match, a ladders match, whatever you want to call it, Money in the Bank ladder match. It's not TLC, it's a ladder match. But there's ladders everywhere, so it's going to be something spectacular, I think, because Logan Paul's a super athlete, just a dickhead. So it's going to be something neat, and it's going to further that feud between Logan Paul and LA Knight, and that leads to LA Knight beating Logan Paul at SummerSlam for the U.S. Championship. He finally gets a title, finally gets some recognition for the great work that he's been putting in for the last.
He so deserves it.
Yeah, he does. I agree.
What are your guys' thoughts on that process? On LA Knight winning a chance to be in to win Money in the Bank. Does LA Knight win Money in the Bank? If he doesn't, what happens? Blah blah blah. Go ahead, Adam.
Like LA Knight should win, but I can see your point because that sets up a match at SummerSlam. But if that happens, then Jey Uso wins the Money in the Bank. And how awful would that be? Jey Uso Money in the Bank. Who's not good on the mic? LA Knight is awesome on the mic. They should have LA Knight.
All right, Dave.
But I can see your point.
I'm going to go with Adam on this. If LA Knight does not win Money in the Bank, I'm okay with Jey Uso winning Money in the Bank. I have no problem with that. Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem with that.
Awful on the mic, I think.
Yeah, but I don't care about that. I want Jey Uso. I mean, if Jey Uso can win Money in the Bank, and I have no issues with that. So if that's going to set up SummerSlam between LA Knight and Logan Paul, I'm okay with it. Somewhere in this way, I don't care if he wins it, if he doesn't, if he goes to SummerSlam, he's got to get a title. Somewhere along the line, LA Knight has got to get a title. And this is his best chance right now.
I think SummerSlam. I think Logan Paul screws him over and he wins the title from Logan Paul at SummerSlam.
I can see it. Who are the other contestants in the Money in the Bank match so far? Because I don't know at the top of my head.
I'll look it up real quick, but so there is one more spot open, and I'm not sure what the match is. Again, I think Dragunov is a part of it, and I could see Dragunov actually being in that Money in the Bank. Winning that, being in a part of that. But it would be is it Dragunov, as Sheamus, and who was the other one?
Drew.
Oh, McIntyre. Yes.
Oh, McIntyre.
I don't think McIntyre wins it. Wins this match, a triple threat match, because of the whole CM Punk thing. Sheamus, I think he gets screwed over either by Braun Breaker or Ludwig Kaiser, and that leaves Dragunov, and I could see Dragunov being in it. Young guy, super athletic. Would not be surprising to me at all.
Yeah, because I think Sheamus is going to be an IC title picture. Like, I think he's going to get involved in a Braun Sammy match, and it's going to set up a triple threat at SummerSlam.
Gotcha.
All right, so far we have in the men's Chad Gable, LA Knight, Jey Uso, Andrade, and I can never remember that guy's name.
This one.
I can't. I'm not
But
even gonna,
okay, what
Yeah,
but
I,
but
anyway,
one more open.
I can see it. They have one more spot open. I can see.
you know what, though? I wouldn't have an issue with Andrade winning it.
I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
But
I
not
wouldn't have an
winning
issue
it,
with
so
either.
it's
I
Jey
think
Uso, who's well known.
Wait a minute, but they've been pushing Andrade lately.
He could wait a year. It's time, Moose.
Yeah, I get you. I understand.
Carmelo Hayes is the other guy.
Carmelo Hayes. That's right. Carmelo Hayes. Yeah.
But Jey Uso, I'm 100% with Adam. Jey Uso is so over with the crowd right now.
He
has,
is.
All those idiots in the stadium going yeet and waving their hands everywhere. I'm not a big Jey Uso fan. Jey Uso is great in the ring. He's terrible on the mic, I think.
But it wouldn't bother me if Andrade would have win it, though.
Oh, I like Andrade. I think Andrade's good.
I think he's very good.
Good in the ring. I like Andrade's whole character. I really dig.
They've been pushing that, though. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They've been pushing that.
I could see Andrade walking around with a briefcase.
He jumped ship, so he doesn't deserve the title. You guys say with WWE, if you want the title, he jumped ship.
Yeah, it's true.
He went to AEW. He could wait a year.
I don't think it's like that anymore. I think that's a McMahon thing.
Yeah,
well, here's the other thing, though. Jey Uso doesn't need the briefcase to get a title match. You know what I mean?
This is true.
For instance, look at it like this: Damian Priest. All right, he wins Money in the Bank. Do you think without Money in the Bank, do you think there was any chance that Damian Priest finds himself in the title match, a heavyweight championship match?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
The only way he gets there is with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
But it wouldn't surprise me if Andrade were to win Money in the Bank.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't surprise me for that reason, simply.
Right. Exactly.
I can't see Andrade in a title match, a heavyweight championship match, or the heavyweight championship scene without the briefcase. Jey Uso, I could see in a championship match, in the main event title scene, the heavyweight championship scene, without the briefcase, because he's that over.
That's right.
Hot.
Yeah, you're right.
Briefcase to be in a title match.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's not 100% how it always goes.
No.
But just looking at Damian Priest winning it, there's no way he's in a title match without that.
Wait a minute. Otis won Money in the Bank a long time ago, but he never cashed it in.
That was Money Bank ever.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was
horrible.
And that's what it's known as. So one of the worst ever. But again, that was a time where I wasn't watching wrestling, so I have no idea what the hell happened. I didn't even know Otis won it. So
yeah, that was so bad. That was just
All right. So the other big thing that happened on SmackDown, guys, was the Bloodline, and this really bums me out.
Before you go there, big man, I want to. We had a death in the World Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling Entertainment. Sorry.
Get the F out.
Yeah, the tribal chief's dad passed away, Sika. So just wanted to bring that up.
You mean Roman Reigns?
I never knew they were Wild Samoans. I remember Wild Samoans.
What? Say it again.
I never knew he was part of the Wild Samoans. Alpha, wasn't it?
Alpha and Sika. Sika was the one that passed away.
Yeah, Sika passed away. Roman's dad.
Roman's dad. Yes.
Yes.
But Dave, I'll have to correct you. Roman Reigns is not the tribal chief. I do believe that's Solo Sikoa. But anyway,
he's
excuse me. No, whoa. Wait. No. Nah, Roman is always a tribal chief.
Well, who's wearing the little red chili peppers around her neck?
Prove it last week, So God, coach me.
You are not going that route right now. Tell me you're not doing this.
Who's wearing the little red chili peppers around her neck?
Awful tribal chief. I think Roman does it better.
Roman will always be the tribal chief.
Who's wearing the little red hot chili peppers?
When he comes, you got to be kidding me.
He's coming back after what happened.
He better
come back.
Well, no, he's got 100% going to be back. And the crowd's actually chanting for him, which is awesome. I think that's phenomenal.
Of course they are.
We want Roman. So
I want Roman back. I'm dying for Roman. I can't take this Solo Sikoa crap.
So is awful.
What were your guys' thoughts? What were your thoughts immediately after Paul Heyman says to Solo Sikoa, I do not recognize you
It's
as
it's
my tribal chief.
it's the truth. End of story.
My thoughts are Roman's coming
I
back.
praise Paul Heyman for saying that. I thought it was great.
He
Roman-
said,
that
I
means
do
Roman's
not
coming
acknowledge
back,
you as
is it?
my tribal chief.
Heyman would
Do
acknowledge
you
him.
guys really take Solo Sikoa seriously? Are you kidding me?
We need Roman. SmackDown
Right,
needs
yes, we need Roman without a shadow of a doubt.
So if you're not to take Solo Sikoa seriously, why do we need Roman then?
Because Roman's the tribal chief.
Because Roman starts
Well,
his
I mean,
own.
but
and it's,
Solo's
bloodline
not.
versus
You
bloodline.
don't take Solo serious then, right? So let's just let Randy Orton take care of him. Why do you need Roman? Because
he's a real
Solo
tribal
Sikoa and the new bloodline is serious business.
Because Roman runs the bloodline. Roman is the bloodline. There is no bloodline without Roman Reigns.
Well, Roman Reigns is the only one there. Well, not even nobody's there from the bloodline now. Nobody.
Oh, Paul Heyman's
Right?
still there.
No, he's not.
Well, he
Last
was.
time I checked, his ass is in the hospital.
You are so bad.
Well, am I wrong? Didn't he get his ass driven through the table? He got a Samoan spike to the throat. You know what I mean? So
Adam, do you see what he's doing to us? Do you see this?
You're not going to see Paul Heyman. Solo Sikoa is your tribal chief. Acknowledge.
No,
the
he's
man.
not. Nope.
Acknowledge
Never.
the man. Roman Reigns is a nobody. Where did he get those red hot chili peppers from? His little necklace, his little chili pepper necklace that Roman used to wear. Where did he get that from?
He stole it.
Or did he beat Roman's ass and take it from his cold, dead neck?
He would not beat Roman's ass, and you know it.
How did he get the chili peppers?
Somebody gave it to him.
He whooped Roman's ass and took him. He was the enforcer for a reason.
When Roman comes back, you better be ready to change your mind real quick.
Why do you think he didn't make goofy ass Jimmy or Jay, their goofy asses, enforcer? Why? Because they're not tough. That they don't have the balls. Solo has the big steel balls. He brought in the badasses that are in the new bloodline right now, and he's the one that walked into Roman's house.
Adam, are you listening to this? Adam, are you listening to this?
Yeah.
Kicked it down his little tribal door.
Ken, I don't know what
Roman
you're
was
talking
sitting.
about.
Roman was sitting on the toilet. He was sitting on the old toilet there, crapping. And Solo walked over and said, "These are my little chili peppers now. I am the tribal chief." And took
Adam,
them
do
away.
you believe when he's saying this? Are you buying
Ken, I
this?
think you spent too much time on your son today.
I think that's what I'm thinking too.
I tell you, I was feeling a little bit woozy there a little bit today. So I got
Finn Balor's in the Money in the Bank.
like, ooh.
And I don't think Finn Balor's in the Money in the Bank.
Hey, I was in the sun as much as you were today.
And I don't think you said Finn Balor's going to win the Money in the Bank and cash in on Damien. Finn Balor's not in Money in the Bank, and
Well,
I don't think Damien's going to be champion that long.
There's been
If he wins Money in the Bank, he's going to be champion past SummerSlam.
Have we ever seen a Money in the Bank where a competitor was taken out right before and they inserted somebody else? Have we ever seen that? Yes, we have, Adam.
Well, first of all, there's going to be two bloodlines, and the official bloodline is going to be Roman, Jimmy, Jay, and I'm guessing maybe Sami Zayn. Against
Thoughts? I mean,
the fake, against the fake bloodline, as Randy Orton did call him, which was perfect. I loved it. That was great. So anyway, to me, it's going to be what's that pay-per-view? I don't want to say Survivor Series. I think there's another one before that.
well, there's a couple before Survivor Series.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying there's that one that they were talking about where they're going to have two bloodlines and
I don't know. I have no idea.
Roman versus Solo. I guess that's what it is, or whatever.
Who was saying that?
No, I read it. I saw it. Somebody put it up there.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that at all.
It's going to be like Solo's guys with Solo and Tama Tonga, those guys.
So today,
against
Paul Spencer brought up. Go ahead.
Against Roman's crew. And then that's where the collision's going to start.
Paul brought up earlier on our group chat today about Zilla. What's Zilla? What's his last name? But anyway, I don't know if it was Zilla Fatu or if it was.
Yes.
So if now I'm not 100% sold on one, him appearing eventually. Two, him being a part of the new bloodline. Who's to say that that Roman doesn't recruit him, right?
Right.
because if he goes to the new bloodline, that's 5 members now, right?
Yeah.
That'd be 5 members.
Yeah.
And if you just go straight up Samoan bloodline, it would be just Roman and the Usos if that were to happen again, because Jay would have to forgive Jimmy, and Jay would have to get involved somehow, which right now he's not involved.
Right.
Right now he's on a different show. There's no
doing his thing. Yep.
They're not like looking at Jimmy. I haven't heard Jimmy cross their lips at all, or Jay Uso cross their lips at all. Which I still think that it's going to happen. I do think the Usos are going to reunite just for that.
Jimmy always gets hurt, though. That's a problem with that.
And so who's to say that Zilla doesn't get recruited by Roman? But I mean, there's also the Rock. Whose side is the Rock?
Yeah.
I know originally we thought
that's what I thought. That's what I thought was going to happen on Friday night.
What?
I was thinking when the whole tribal thing, when what Paul Heyman said to Solo, you're not my tribal, and then when they were going to attack Heyman, I was thinking Rock was going to come out and save Heyman. Or somebody was going to come out and save him. I didn't see Heyman going down the table. I didn't see that coming.
I'll tell you what, man. I was surprised myself. I mean, and it looked like it was a bit of a struggle to get the big fella up there. I mean, and like,
Heyman's not in the greatest shape either. You know,
and that's the thing that surprised me, that he was in that position to be powerbombed through the table. That was really surprising in my opinion. It was like, wow.
I was thinking this afternoon. I was talking to one of the fathers today, as we were watching softball all day, which I did. And he's a big wrestling fan too. And his name's Bob. And Bob and I were talking, and he said to me, I said to him, watch the show? Oh, he does. He doesn't watch. He does sometimes, but he's a big wrestling fan. Yes, I definitely will. But Bob was saying to me today, I said, can you imagine what they did to Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman's boys come out and beat the crap out of the bloodline, as in RVD, Tommy Dreamer, those guys? That would be phenomenal.
Those guys are all like 60 plus years old.
But still, that would be great to see.
Or how about CM Punk and Brock Lesnar?
Did you see RVD, Tommy Dreamer, and Sandman coming out and defending Paul Heyman against that bloodline? I would love it.
They'd get destroyed.
I don't know if they would or not.
No, they absolutely would.
David said that. How about CM Punk and Brock Lesnar?
And that was my thought.
Right, right. I think about that.
There's always the talk about Brock Lesnar possibly coming back. What's true, what's not true, I don't know. But then you have CM Punk, who's a Heyman guy, Brock Lesnar, Heyman guy.
Right.
You have Roman Reigns. It's his wise man, right?
Right.
But the only problem with it is CM Punk's really entrenched into this Drew McIntyre
thing.
feud.
Yeah.
But again, the SmackDown before, we did see the Bloodline come out and confront CM Punk, and CM Punk, kind of antagonized them a little bit, right? So so that could be like little seedlings being laid for later on.
Sure.
But I don't know. It depends on what happens to the whole Drew McIntyre thing. Where does that go with Punk? And because you can't have him against the Bloodline and Drew McIntyre, it just doesn't. It's too much. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
It has to be one or the other. But that was my first thought. Like, do we get the Heyman guys going after the Bloodline? I mean, I don't know who else currently in WWE is a Heyman guy. For that, everybody would know. I'm not really sure.
There's a few other ones out there, but those would be the main ones, like you said, Brock and Punk. But I
don't think we see it. Maybe Brock, but I don't see. I just don't see Punk because it doesn't make sense to me.
I would.
It makes sense, but
Brock
doesn't.
And Roman teaming up.
I mean,
Heyman.
Does Brock end up joining? Roman's.
I can see Brock coming out, but Brock and Roman don't get along. That's the problem.
Hey,
why don't they get along?
They put the difference aside. All Heyman did for them all.
Brock and Roman have had wars, so I can't see.
Brock's a competitor. Brock shook what's his name's hand after having another battle with him. Who the hell was?
Yeah, but him and Heyman.
Cody Rhodes. They've had wars and they shook hands.
Yeah, I get it, but Brock is a Heyman guy. Okay, Roman is a Heyman guy. Those two can't stand each other. But those two can't stand each other. They've had wars in the ring.
common.
Yeah, but they put it together to defend Heyman.
Well, that's true. To defend him, yeah.
There you go. That's the common bond. But I don't see it happening. Yeah,
No.
regardless, I don't think it happens.
If Brock were to come back, I'd be happy. But
I'm not 100% sold on Sami Zayn being a part of it either. I feel like there's
see, I kind of am because he was a part of the bloodline.
And I understand that part of it. I just don't. I don't know. I think this is going to be like an all Samoan kind of thing. Like you're going to have Cody, Randy, and KO right now, which I think KO looked like he might have been banged up after
that
flopping on the table there on top of whoever it was.
Did you see him? He was kind of like he was labored a little bit there.
He was holding his side a lot, and it's like
big time.
What? I wonder if he cracked the rib, strained to something there, or something. Because he was holding, he was wincing a lot. And
yes, he was.
I don't. They're taught to sell. I get that part of it, but it just didn't seem like that would be the right part of body to sell, right part of your body to sell, doing the move that he did.
Right.
The flip in the air onto the table, onto the other Samoan. I don't know if it was Tama Tonga or who it was that was laid out there. Tonga Loa or not.
I think it was Tonga Loa. But what a start to SmackDown, guys. Was that great? Was that great?
Yeah, that was awesome. I 100% agree.
I mean, to have Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and KO together beating the crap out of the bloodline, I was a fan of that. I love it.
To me, it's getting old. Owens and Orton and somebody else versus the bloodline. That storyline played out.
Well, and so they're gonna string this out though until Roman comes back. This is what
I'm okay with it. I got no problem with that.
It's a seat filler. That's just like what Cody said. He's a seat filler. That's what Cody is for the storyline. When you think about it, right? Someone's not going to beat Cody for the championship. All right, it's not going to have. Now
well, it will eventually, but not now.
If you said like WrestleMania, Roman's out. And this is all hypothetical. If you say next WrestleMania comes up, there's no sight of Roman Reigns yet. Next WrestleMania's main event is Solo and Cody Rhodes. Solo defeats Cody Rhodes with the help of the bloodline. He's the champion. He's the tribal chief. Then you have the appearance of Roman Reigns. I could buy that. I absolutely could buy that. At Money in the Bank, no, there's no chance.
I could see it. Not Money in the Bank. No, maybe SummerSlam.
That's what I mean. I don't even know about SummerSlam. I just feel like that's the kind of. Yeah, I don't know.
I can see Roman. I can see Roman at SummerSlam. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Well, I'm not talking about Roman. I'm talking about Solo defeating Cody for the championship, and then you have Roman versus Solo for the championship.
Okay.
At WrestleMania.
Oh, I see where you're going with it. Okay. Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I think I could kind of see that.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, okay, I got you.
That'd really add to the Roman Solo story. They don't need it, but that would add more to it. That's Roman's belt, and then he has Roman's chili pepper necklace, and then he also has Roman's belt. That's a whole lot. That's a lot.
I can't believe he got that necklace. That blew my mind when I saw that.
Well, he beat his ass and took it. That's what Solo
does. Yeah,
but
I can't see that. I can't see Solo as a champion. Solo can't end the story. There's a better wrestler out there that can end the story.
Who's that?
Solo is awful on a mic.
He's terrible. He is bad.
He's not a champion in my mind.
You said there's a better wrestler there to end the story. Who is it?
LA Knight. At least LA Knight can end the story, or somebody. They can find somebody to end the story.
What are you talking about? End the story? Like, are you talking about Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, Cody Rhodes.
His story's ended. There's no more story, Adam. Stop talking about stories in Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, but take the belt off Cody.
God damn it.
Somebody else needs to take the belt off Cody, and nobody better than LA Knight. Better than Solo.
I would love LA Knight. Hey, Sean.
What's up, big man? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're feeling well. Thanks for checking into the show. Thank you for commenting, kind sir.
Sean, thanks for checking in, man. Appreciate it.
Sean.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where they go with this storyline. It really
is. It's going to be fun to watch. It is. To me, guys, I'm sorry. I love Randy and KO. I can watch them guys all day.
Every week, you're smooching Randy's ass and KO.
I have no problem with Randy and KO.
For Cody and stuff like we all know.
No. Just Randy and KO. I love Randy and KO. I think it's hysterical.
The only good thing about Kevin Owens is where he named it, because he named it because he got his last name from Owen Hart. That's his name because he got the only good thing
Guys.
is his last name.
Randy and Kevin, I love it. I just love it. I think it's
They're
hysterical.
old.
When those two took the card at WrestleMania, like that SmackDown, I lost it. I thought it was hysterical because he took the golf cart. He goes, "Get on." He goes, "Hang on." So he's on the back and he took it to like a financial field. I thought that was so funny.
Well, I thought I get it. I thought the funniest part was that he came zooming by Randy, and then he put on the brakes and he looked back and then he backed up to Randy. He's like, "Hop on,
Get
And
up
I
on you.
thought-
Hang on.
I did think that part was funny. But, yeah,
No,
and the-
I think
the whole-
I just those two together are just hysterical. I have to laugh. That's all I do is laugh. I love it.
yeah, I laugh every time they get their asses beat by the new bloodline. So I agree.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I did see an RKO in there somewhere.
There was, they got one up on the bloodline this week. But
When he
they did
pointed, you can't tell me when he pointed turned around, he pointed to he RKO'd him. I lost it.
and then there's who was there the rest of the show though? The new bloodline. Where was Randy, KO, and Cody?
Didn't they get kicked out?
Bye guys. Bye. See you later.
Okay.
Beginning of the show.
Okay.
There's only an hour and 55 more minutes to go yet. Enjoy your time off, and then poor Paul.
You
Heyman
are
getting
rough.
through the table.
I'll tell you, that sun really got to you today. I'll tell you, big time.
The poor Paul Heyman's getting power bombed through a table. I still can't believe.
Yeah.
that.
Well, what does Heyman have to do with KO or Randy?
But nothing. That's just that maybe they would have been there to kind of stop it. Who knows? They might have came back down when the bloodline came down for their ceremony. Who knows? Oh, and the other, not only the Samoan spike, but also the flying headbutt Paul Heyman took too. I thought 100%. I thought he was getting the frog splash or something.
Yes. I can't believe I can't believe they frog splashed him. That I was shocked.
They didn't frog splash him. There's that
Yes, they
flying
did.
headbutt. There's a flying headbutt.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, go back and watch. The flying, because I thought they were going. I'm like, you got to be.
Oh,
shitting
that's
me.
right. Okay, you're right. It was a flying head, but I thought it was a frog splash. My fault. You're right.
It's from the
Okay.
Samoan werewolf there, the new guy.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I thought he was going to go for the frog splash. I'm like, this is going to be interesting because Paul Heyman, he's a rotund fella. He's
Paul
very
Heyman's
round.
a big man, and
so that frog splash would have led to a little bit of contact. I'm like, I don't know if Paul can take it or not. That's
yeah, I didn't think so either.
But the flying headbutt was all right.
Yeah, Paul took a beating, that's for sure. I mean, they put him in the ambulance and let him go. So I mean,
Sean has a question. He says, "Are you talking about Grandfather Frog, Kenny? The frog caused that what's Grandfather Frog does in the fish wrapper?" No, I am not talking about Grandfather Frog. That causes what Grandfather Frog does in the fish wrapper.
what is Grandfather Frog?
I don't know. It sounds like a nursery rhyme, possibly, or some sort of story from Sean's childhood. At least I hope so. I hope that's like maybe it's a character that Sean has created for like a cartoon or something he's working on.
Only frog I know is Kermit.
Kermit's old news, man. Hey,
I'm just saying.
Grandfather Frog.
Hey,
Who knows?
that's what I'm saying.
All right. Is there anything else, guys, that you guys want to hit on here?
I want to congratulate Naomi on a big win for her.
Or
The triple threat.
How about Miss Money in the Bank and qualifying for Money in the Bank and win it? Tiff. It's Tiff time.
It's Tiffy time.
Nah, I'm happy for Naomi. That was a big win for Naomi over Indy and Blair. I thought that was good.
So we got
It's Tiff time, people. A real diva.
I like Blair though. I think Blair's good. I think Blair Davenport's very good.
Yeah, she wasn't bad. I didn't think she was bad. I like her anger. I like she yells a lot. I'm down with the yelling. So far we have Io Sky, which is going to be awesome. Chelsea Green, which is interesting. Lyra Valkyria, who's one of my
Chelsea Green.
Tiffany Stratton. Dave does not like it when Tiffany Stratton's boobs are out for everybody to see. But
You kidding me? God.
Naomi? No, I'm not kidding. You said it yourself, Dave. And there's
I did not.
Yes, she did. He said she needs to cover up weeks ago.
Why?
Okay.
Her boobs are out, and there's children watching.
Yeah. I might have said that.
Remember that, Dave?
Now that it does ring a bell that you say that.
She needs to cover up. And
She
fine
does.
with what she
Yes.
wears. I'm fine. I'm 100%
That's what a
okay.
diva is. Put
Of
the
course,
kids
you're
to bed.
fine at what she
Try
wears.
that. Put the kids to bed.
So here's the other. There is no more divas. These are women wrestlers. These guys rock. They actually these women are awesome. They're very good in the ring. When you say the divas, that brings me back to a whole different era of women's wrestling. In WWE.
Trish and Lita.
Was real. When he was real.
There was like three decent wrestlers out of the group, and the rest of them were all just tits and ass.
Trish, Lita, and Kelly. When you say divas,
yeah. So it wasn't Des Reams checking in. What's up to Adam? Adam,
I think that's my boy Des. What's up, Des, man? What's up, Des?
Adam, you're a popular guy. You know that?
Adam has a fan club. What the hell? You know,
I know. I can't get over it. I'm jealous of the. You know.
Hey, Des, tell the toilet watch next week.
See, Adam.
Thanks for checking out the show, Des.
Adam adds to the show. I got to be honest. I mean, he always gets people to chime in for him.
Sean Lazarchik says compared to Sunny. Sunny was not a.
Sunny wasn't the. Yeah, Sunny was.
She was a diva. She was not a wrestler. She was that.
Yeah, but
was not a wrestler.
You gotta love Sunny Days, baby. Sunny Days.
Shawn Michaels did. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
As his wife sat home taking care of kids, you know, doing all the wifely duties. There's Sean, Raylan, Sunny.
Yeah.
And we know what kind of person Sean was.
I actually met. I met Sable too.
And Sable, well, she was also Stone Cold's wife, and she is currently Brock Lesnar's wife, correct?
When I met her, she was with Mark Merrow.
And so, yeah, she's been around a few wrestling rings here. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, she's one of the. I did actually get to meet her.
So with Sunny or Sable, wrestling wise, she wasn't great, but she wasn't as bad as some of them.
She was god awful.
But because she had such large assets at that time, she was exploited for it. Then she was in the ring. Like she wasn't great. But I know, like you said, Dave, she was. You said she was awful. I don't think she was awful, but she was.
She was god awful. I thought she was god awful. She wasn't good.
She wasn't good. She wasn't like. She wasn't as bad as like a Stacy Keibler or anybody like that. Stacy Keibler with the legs and stuff. That's what she was there for. So, that is what it is. That was the time frame. That's what it was. They were more so managers or valets, whatever you want to call them, than they were wrestlers.
Yeah.
Paul, hey, what's up, Paul? Checking up from the main event from UFC, 10 fights, 1 loss on his ticket. Main event time. This is going to be war. Enjoy,
Mr.
buddy.
UFC man is really all over tonight, isn't he?
Oh, look at this. Caitlin Spears. Hello, Adam. What the hell, Adam?
Adam, I'm telling you, you are a popular dude tonight.
Oh, I think I know who it is. What's up,
Caitlin? Next week, Caitlin, check out the show. We will have Adam's phone number scrolling on the bottom here.
She can give to ladies at her.
Is Caitlin in relation to Brittany? I gotta know. Adam, is Caitlin any relation to Brittany? Do you know?
Britney Spears.
I think Caitlin is Desmond's wife, and Caitlin is free to give out my number to her ladies at her office.
Whoa!
There we go.
Caitlin, are you in any relation to Brittany by any chance?
Things are getting spicy now. All right.
I'm just interested. I don't know. Hey, we're out of the box. We talk about everything.
And speaking of everything, one of the things that we do have talked about, I think last week we talked about it, was some of these security guards. You go back and look, in the past when there's been guys using security guards, end up down the road being, main event wrestlers. You know what I mean? Like we've seen the Hardys opening doors.
Charlotte wasn't Charlotte the security guard for wasn't she in the John Cena video or John Cena thing like one point?
That was it was Triple H. I think it was just Triple H, wasn't it?
I believe what's it called was there too. Wasn't Alexa Bliss in there too?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
I thought I heard Charlotte was one of the.
I know Charlotte was in there somewhere.
All right, and MJF, if you're for all you AEW fans, we all know who MJF is in the wrestling world.
Yeah, MJF. Yeah.
Also a security guard, that got shoved famously by who shoved him?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but
or Goldberg or somebody like that shoved him out of the way, and that's the famous thing there. But anyway,
I gotta go grab my charger.
Go ahead, Adam. Go grab your charger.
Adam, go grab your charger. Or you get every freaking comment's going to you.
So Paul brings up a good point. He said, "Can we give the security guard a WWE contract? He sold the hell out of Cody Rhodes Crossroads. Was it the Cody Cutter? No, it was the Crossroads. It was Crossroads.
No, it was Crossroad. He gave Crossroad to one of the security guards.
The
He
dude
did.
like stood up straight on his head like this after he got it, and then kind of like toppled over.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. It was
because
nice to see it.
Randy RKO'd to one of them, and then what's it called? KO stunned him,
Yes.
and then Cody gave the Cody Crossroad.
Yeah, and so yeah, it was the dude. I'd never seen anybody sell it like that, but he was pretty much on the top of his head, and then he kind of
He sold it big time. Sure,
Dude,
it
he
was
did a
good.
great job, absolutely. So he
Yep.
does deserve some sort of something. And
I'll tell you.
of course, Caitlyn is no relation to Brittany. So
Hey, Caitlin, I had to ask. I just was wondering.
she's probably related to NFL football player Marcus Spears.
Hey, that could be too.
All right. Anything else?
Meanwhile, Adam's having issues over here.
Oh no, Adam's gone.
We lost Adam.
We'll blame it on the cat.
Oh, sorry.
We'll blame it on the cat. Well, is there anything else you guys want? All right.
No, I thought no. Oh wow, look at this.
There we go. I wish we'd all be rich. Absolutely, 100%.
You're getting a tour of my apartment.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, guys? We get the hell out of here.
No, it was no. If I had to give, I thought SmackDown was an A. It was an A minus. I really did. It was a good show. It really was, especially with Heyman and the bloodline. And, and Heyman saying you're not my tribal chief. That right there just skyrocketed the whole show to me. That was what it was. I mean, the show was good as itself, but with Heyman doing that, that just put it over the top.
I thought SmackDown was maybe a B, an all-right show. Big statements. LA Knight, Tiff, and Heyman.
I was happy for LA Knight. I really was. Good. It was good for him.
I thought it was a decent show. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't.
I mean, I'm not going to say right.
I thought it was a good show. It was your
but
typical.
With Paul Heyman saying what he said, it just went off for the top to me.
Is your typical SmackDown show? It had some big spots, big points to it, and they got the story across. And
yep. I
dig it. The Heyman, the Heyman for me, the big part was the Heyman thing. I thought that was huge.
Absolutely.
Him not acknowledging Solo and him getting blasted and taking those bumps, I thought was very impressive for a man his age and the shape that man is in.
Yes.
Props to Paul Heyman.
I give him all the credit in the world for what he gave. Going through that table and taking that headbutt, and I'm not saying Paul Heyman's an old guy, but I mean, just to me, it's for someone his age to take something like that. That's pretty good. That's awesome. I really do. I give Heyman all the credit in the world for that.
And Sean wants to know who the hell that is. I don't know if he's talking about Grandfather Frog or who he's talking about. But I do know that we all know who this man is. This is Big Al. You can reach Jason Fine, attorney Big Al, at 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Jason Fine specializes in motor vehicle accidents, slip and falls, workman's comp, and personal injury claims. And I do feel like there's a very, very strong possibility that Mr. Paul Heyman has reached out to Mr. Jason Fine, attorney Big Al, for a personal injury claim or workman's comp, because it did happen on the job. Slip and fall.
But Ken, the big thing about Big Al, no recovery, no fee.
Yeah, there you go. If you say so, that's not part of my because I can never remember it. So, Adam, if you want to throw that in there, we'll take it.
And 33 1/3% too for Big Al.
All right. If he takes the case, I believe, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. 3 office locations conveniently located throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey. In Cherry Hill, New Jersey, the office are located on 3 Greensward Lane. The phone number there is 856-209-5258. And in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the office are located 500 Grant Street, Suite 2900. The phone number there is 412-365-8151. And then in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the offices are located on 1628 JFK Boulevard, Suite 2120. The phone number is 267-888-2980. That's Jason Fine, attorney Big Al.
Big Al.
All right, guys. You guys ready to head off into the sunset here?
Absolutely.
All right.
Great show tonight, guys. Adam, I don't know, your fan club just keeps showing up, brother.
I'm trying to gain them.
I don't know if we're getting a crotch shot here from Adam or what the hell we're seeing. That's his pajama pants here. I don't know what's going on.
I'm trying to let people would know I do a podcast every week. I'm trying to get my fans out.
Attaboy.
See?
Spread the word.
I'm telling you.
At least somebody's spreading the word here. I'm trying online. Adam's out there trying out in person. Dave, what are you doing for us?
What am I doing? I'm spreading the word. It's just taking me a little time. That's all.
I'm telling you what you're doing, Dave. You're taking us home. Take us home, brother.
I'm going to take us home. Guys, I want to thank everybody tonight for watching the show. And everybody, thanks for commenting. Appreciate it. It means a lot. But just remember, you're listening to the best show on the Wrestling World Network, the Atomic Drop Podcast. What a great show, guys. I'll talk to you later. Now tell me talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah.